guess I don't really have a super specific plan with this video. Not more specific than that I'm going to talk about perfection as a concept, I guess. And I haven't made a script or anything. I feel like the point of this discussion is basically going to be that I don't like perfection. I feel like it's a bad thing in general. So I'm just trying to kind of remove aspects of perfection. So like, why have a script when I can just talk and then it won't turn up perfect? Why not? So I'm just gonna talk. We'll see where it goes. I'm gonna knit at the same time because this is a project where also, so I'm knitting a kind of a shoulder cape, like you have it over one shoulder, and it's part of a project I'm working on where I use cryptography and secret writing to kind of hide messages in like imaginary cultural objects. Like I imagine a culture where secret messages is kind of their culture, their way of having religion, maybe, or not having religion, their way of doing spells, rituals, clothing, everything. So I'm trying to kind of make these objects that I'm imagining. And then this specific project, I'm also using all of these green marks, as you can see. They're all marking a place where I made a sort of mistake in the knitting. It could be that I missed a stitch, that I accidentally made too many stitches, stuff like that. And then once I've like knitted the full body of it, I'm gonna come back to these places and bedazzle them a little bit. I was first thinking to do like tassels to hang off of them, but then I also have like a bunch of like old metal cans and stuff that I feel like I want to do something with, and maybe I'll turn them into like small coins or something to kind of bejewel it. We'll see what happens, but I want to highlight the mistakes, I guess. Because I feel like perfection is a thing that wants to remove all mistakes, to make everything exactly according to plan. And when I've been working, so I've like now I see myself as an artist, but I've also been doing animation, design, like not on super professional levels, but in school and on my spare time. And at first I also wanted everything to be perfect and try to do everything as good as possible. But I noticed that that's the thing that limits me the most. It makes me very upset when it doesn't go to plan. It kind of makes me, sometimes I'm working on something and then I get an idea. Then if I already have a set plan, I can't really follow that idea, even though I like the idea. But to get to the end result I was imagining, I have to discard that idea. And then maybe when I'm done with that project, I've forgotten that idea. And that's kind of a shame, because I feel like many of my projects could have been even better if I just went with all the ideas that came to me, even if they're not perfect. And also, like, so I've been in this channel, I've been working with Haunted by Glitches as my method, and I've been talking about how all of these mistakes and disruptions and glitches should be something that inspires you and helps you along with the project and stuff like that. I don't really know where I was going to go with that point. I guess completely forgot what I was going to say. But perfection, blah blah blah, perfection, bad. Having more fun in your creativity, good. And oh yeah, in the Haunted by Glitches project stuff, I was trying very much to see like how being imperfect and following the glitches kind of could be a possible way of helping scientific research, which I still believe it can be, though I also noticed how hard it is to get into some sort of, like, as an artist, to get to a place where you get to try to help scientific research. It's quite closed off. But I'll keep trying. It shouldn't be impossible, but I feel like they probably, like, I know of and kind of know some researchers, and I feel like they will be open for the ideas, but there's not always resources to be able to do it. That can be the problem, I guess. But yeah, this mindset. Oh, I hate the word mindset. It feels like something people who are on the grind are talking about. Very capitalistic. But yeah, the thoughts of allowing mistakes to happen should be more every day, and also in the more fun, less serious, less sciencey projects. Maybe like in your knitting projects, a little nice knitting project that you're working on. Oh, another thing that I've tried to an aspect of this video that resonates with the idea of not being perfect. I've made this camera lens myself. It's like you can't even screw it onto the camera. I have it attached with thread or yarn at the moment. Like when I'm photographing, I hold it in my hand. But I took the lens from a disposable camera and I put it, glued it to a Pringles can and a bottle cap. Painted everything black except for the lens, of course. And a little bit pink because I think it's cute, and also sometimes you get a little bit of a glare from the pink. I don't think it does that in this video, but when there's a lot of light and you like hold the lens a bit wrong, you can get some of the pink, which is nice. So I'm expecting this footage to turn out maybe a little bit unsharp, maybe a little bit noisy. I feel like that's gonna be a nice thing. It's also just quite a nice thing to sit and knit and talk and not have a plan with what you're gonna talk about. I don't feel like I do that a lot. Often when I'm working, I'm focused on that. Maybe I listen to some music as well. Then when I'm not working, I'm one of those people who often like watch a lot of YouTube videos, either on like informal stuff or just completely random stuff that isn't any use of me, but it's just nice to watch. Then also when I knit, I often listen to podcasts or music. I don't know, I guess I don't really allow myself time to just sit and be with myself, talk to myself, think, all of those things. Which is kind of nice to do now. Yeah. Sometimes you forget what you're doing. Oh, but like, it would be even nicer to like sit on it. Like now I'm having a very one-sided conversation. I don't monologue, I guess. It kind of feels like I'm having a conversation with myself more than a monologue. I haven't really prepared to this. But like, to sit and talk with someone else also about these things. Because like sometimes I go to a craft cafe and we work and talk about like stuff. Sometimes about work, but mostly about just random stuff. But like to sit and net and talk about theoretical concepts and methods in work. I don't know. There's something about that idea. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, that's okay. Maybe you just think it's nice to sit there and watch me knit and ramble on. I think it's nice to sit here and knit and ramble. Maybe I should do that more often. Maybe this is gonna be. Oh, I can talk about that too. So like, I started this channel, Hans by Glitches, as a part of my master's project in my fine arts education. And the like one part of the project was that we also needed to document what we did, but I more wanted it to be a place where I could share all of the discoveries and thoughts and my method, so that other people might either be inspired or just have some help from it, or like if I discovered some weird glitch in software, then maybe someone else was like, "Oh, that would be perfect for my short film," or something like that. And then they could see it, and they could see how I managed to make that happen. And it could be helpful for them, hopefully, maybe. So that's why I started it. But then after school, I did the project A Space to Remember, the VR like documentary short film. And I documented that a bit too, not super well, but then like I had a bit of a pause on working on projects, and then I moved to Luleå because I got a stipend for a studio up here for a year. That's where I am right now, recording this. And I guess I just kind of dropped the part of filming myself and uploading to this channel. And I guess in some part that's part of the project also. It didn't come to me to do it, so why should I do it? You know? I know, like that's also a thing. With YouTube, I feel like there's such a thing that you need to make the right thumbnail so people notice you and grab your attention better, and you need to start your videos more excitedly so that you grab their attention, and you need to upload on a very strict schedule and at specific times to keep people coming back and all of that. And I feel like it kind of ruins the idea of YouTube in some ways for me. I feel like YouTube is supposed to be this very free space for artistic and not just artistic, like all kinds of expression. But now it's just become this, I guess, like some sort of capitalistic battleground where you try to fight people for other people's attention in a way. And I feel like I'm not gonna try to join in on that. I'm just gonna keep using YouTube for this expression, not doing it to try to get followers. Subscribers. And like, sure, being monetized and getting money for doing these videos wouldn't be bad, but it's not my goal, so I'm not gonna chase that. I feel like that would just ruin my whole thing, my vibe, my process. I'm gonna do these videos when it comes to me naturally. And I have an idea for one video that I wanna... Wait, how am I... what am I doing? Oh yeah. Sorry, sometimes knitting and talking at the same time isn't the easiest thing to do. Shit, now I dropped the... As we say in Swedish, tappa tråden. I dropped the thread. Well, anyway, YouTube. I'm gonna do the videos when it feels right. I guess when it feels like it works right with the project, when I want to do it, all of that. And yesterday I just... Oh no, I think it was... today's Monday for me. And this Friday I was working on a VR project, and I did actually start to record a bit of it. And then at one point I had added a model to Unreal Engine, and I was trying to make the lighting work on it. Then I did some setting to it, and it started looking really like weird and shiny. It was at this point, I guess I wasn't following the glitch completely, because I was trying to like get back from it and fix it. But I couldn't, like, Ctrl+C didn't do anything. I couldn't change any settings to get rid of that weird effect that happened. So I was just thinking, oh, I'll just like delete the model and import it again, do it from scratch, because I've only been working on it for like 2 minutes or so. So I tried doing it, and it deleted every single thing in that whole project. And it's a project I've been working on for like on and off for maybe 2 months with some other stuff. And that was really annoying. I got quite upset. And I decided to just take a pause from that project. The glitch was telling me that Friday was not the day to work on that project. And I guess when I start working on it again, I'm gonna do it differently, since it was telling me that was not really the way to do it. So we'll see what I do with it. And I guess from that also came this idea to just sit and talk about perfection, and trying to make everything perfect often leads to you being sad and depressed or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, now I feel like I should do one of these knitting sessions once in a while and just talk, go through thoughts. Yeah, okay, good. Then why not just film it and upload to the channel just to have something? Oh. I made tea before, and I have now completely forgotten about it. I would guess that it is quite cold now. But cold tea is also nice, even though it is a bit cold in this studio, so a warm drink would be nice. But I can make some more tea later. Oh, I've also been... Yesterday, I don't know what happened to me. I got so much like inspiration and urge for experimentation. So I had this disposable camera, and I was looking into places where I could develop the film here in Luleå, and there was no places in Luleå. I would have to post it somewhere. And I just felt like, no, that's too inconvenient and annoying. So I started looking up, can you like develop the film yourself? Like, do you need super complex? What's it called? Chemicals and stuff? Or is it like possible to just do it yourself? And I found that it was possible to do it yourself. Using like, you make the concoction of like coffee and vitamin powder, and you're supposed to use washing soda. I don't know if we have that in Sweden. We probably do, but I've never really heard about it. So, but they said that the thing you needed to like for it, what the washing soda was supposed to do was to make the whole concoction more. We say basic in Swedish. I think it's called alkaline in English, like the opposite of acidic. And I found that just like såpa. I don't know if we have a translation for that, like cleaning soap, something like that. Also, it's quite alkaline or non-acidic. So I tried to use that instead. I did anything in the dark room like you're supposed to do, and now I'm just waiting for, because I also made my own fixer. That's like, I guess like first you do the development, so you have the photos, and then you add something to it to like bring out the contrast and everything from the film. Then after a while you stop that process so it doesn't get too dark. And then after that you want to make sure that all of that just sticks to the film and doesn't fade away or something like that, if I understood it right. And that fixer is a chemical that you can get, or you can apparently just use salt water. Though if you use salt water, you have to like leave it in for a lot longer. So it's been in for almost a day now, and it said like one person said you should keep it in for between 12 and 24 hours, and another said between 24 and 48 hours. So I'm gonna do like maybe 30 hours and keep it in, and then I'm gonna see if it worked. So later today I'm gonna see if it worked. Maybe I'll see if I film it and show it to you, because if it works that would be amazing. There's a lot of tutorials how to do it. You can search like how to develop film with coffee, and you should find it. And also from that project I got the disposable camera, so I broke it apart and took the lens and did this lens thing for this camera. Because why not? I've also been working on making my own paper, because I have a lot of like trash, and it's better. I feel like it's more fun to use the trash than to like the ones I'm not using I'm gonna recycle, but it's more fun to use it. So I made some like very basic paper. It's very stiff, not really a nice texture, but you can draw on it, you can paint on it. Watercolor is not the best because it kind of starts dissolving it. It does survive, but you have to be careful with it while you're doing the watercolor. But I just like mixed up paper and water, and also added some rice glue, which is basically, I had some leftover rice. I boiled it together with water for a long time. It became a sort of almost like a rice porridge that's apparently quite sticky and good. Keeps stuff together. I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to use it in paper, but I was also trying, like my first thought was to try to like mold it and make a sort of mask for my face, but it really didn't work. Maybe I did something wrong, who knows. So I decided to make paper instead, and it worked quite okay. Yeah, I feel like once I'm done with this row, I'm gonna put this down for a while in this video. I guess the first thing, I'm probably just gonna go and directly try to, like, I'm filming with this camera, but I'm also doing the audio with this phone right here to get better audio. Yeah, so you can actually hear me. I don't trust my camera's microphone that much. Maybe I should start filming with just the camera sound. I mean, it's not the correct way to do audio. It would not sound the greatest, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I should just start like bit crunching all of my audio, make it sound like old video games. That's not a bad idea, I guess. We'll see, maybe I'll do it to this video or part of this video, just try it out. I guess, I don't know at this moment if I do it, but you will know at this moment if I done it. I think I made 4 rows today. Oh, I dropped some stitches. I'll try to pick them up. If I don't manage, I guess that's the meaning of it. So like with this project, it gets exponential. No, not exponential. It gets larger with every row that I make. So I can't really stretch out this part because then it's gonna fall off the needles. But here's the end that's supposed to get around the neck. And then it's gonna go over shoulder, something like that. And then here's where I've written something secret. I'm also gonna do like try to weave a band as a border here, and I'm gonna try to make some secrets in there too. Because cryptography, and secret messages is that fun. I like to do it, and I also developed my own way of doing it instead of writing. Maybe actually I can show you that way. I'll try to bring my microphone and I guess bring the camera. Gotta be careful so I don't. Oh shit. So I painted a painting. Yeah, I do paintings too. A while ago, this one. I'm gonna turn on the lights. Less cozy and more you can see stuff. So I've used my own way of creating a secret language to make this writing around the border of the painting. Maybe I'll actually describe it in some video. Because who am I to gatekeep my secrets, you know? It's other paintings. That's where I sat and did this video. That's my painting setup. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for now. Bye bye.